So instead of jumping right back into the action, we're going to look at another feature that Twisted Metal Remake adds to the game. We're going to repaint one of our vehicles.
I genuinely don't think I remembered this existed.
Me neither. Completely forgot about that.
If you only play a single player, it has no need to exist, but
I mean, it's a nice touch.
it's a great touch. Look what we can do to Kamikaze.
Oh, wow.
I rescinded my earlier comment. Wait, what did it play? Did it play say thirsty or something?
Look at the hood.
Thrill Killer, I think it says.
Yeah, the license plate is Thrill Seeker.
Ah, that was it. So, are we taking the next challenge in our Weebmobile?
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
Kamikaze happens to be the perfect tool for our first race.
Wow.
Look at it go.
That's...
Ready for action. And it doesn't matter what guns we bring with us.
No words. Should have sent a poet.
I still don't understand why they have made so much unlockables sidearms with, oh, look at how this fancy painting on the print on the sidearm. Yeah, because you're going to see that.
Yeah, the sidearms are pretty useless.
It reminds me of a bit from South Park, where Cartman's watching the shopping channel and sees a samurai sword, and the guy's like, "It's got a dragon on the blade!" And this literally has a dragon on the barrel.
That it does, yeah. And yeah, we're taking it with us just to show it off, but it's not going to have much use here. This is not a combat mission, it is a race. And everyone hates the races in this game.
Yeah, I mean, given the option between, actually beating the shit out of the opponents and just running against them like you do in every other game with cars in it, like, why are they throwing away their one gimmick?
Yeah, technically this is the devolution of the series.
Yeah. Actually going backwards.
And considering the controls, it's not an attempt worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this definitely is not a good racing game. But it is a racing game.
It is funny seeing like 30 cars in this all lined up at the start.
Yeah, they were momentarily peaceful. It was beautiful. This is the world that Twisted Metal could be. But alas, no matter what car you're playing as, Crimson Fury immediately blasts past you because Crimson Fury is the good version of Kamikaze. They have the same special. The only difference is Crimson Fury is faster. That's it.
Whoa, some F-Zero physics there.
Yeah.
You need to practice just going on and off the track at like 3 microseconds intervals.
It's Wile E. Coyote physics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just driving this course is very difficult.
Oh, hey, and we've got the good music.
Yeah. It is improved by the soundtrack as usual.
Yep.
But the course is very difficult. There are a lot of ways to just fall off the edge. You do not instantly die, as I'm probably going to show off later, but you take a big chunk of damage. I think it's like half your health.
So, just to check then, with the gates, you have to go directly under them, don't you?
Yeah, you have to be exactly underneath the sign with the arrow on it. If you're underneath the bar or you're just outside of the sign, you do not get counted.
Yeah, kind of bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Yeah, that's a stupid sign because, oh look, here's a small town with a bunch of side street that you lose if you enter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my first couple of times playing this, I missed too many gates. Once you miss 12 gates, you explode. That gate counted as a miss, so...
Is it just me, or are you using a closer camera view than you usually do? It feels closer.
Well, when you're playing as a smaller vehicle, it automatically zooms in to a closer view. Yeah. So if we had Sweet Tooth, we'd be much further zoomed out.
Finally killed one.
Yeah, that's the thing. Enemies have to follow you because it's a straight course. And when they're right behind you, you can just hammer the down on the D-pad. It automatically backfires your current weapon. And if it's Crimson Fury, you'll kill them.
I like that the fall damage still did less damage than your chainsaw last video.
Everything does less damage than the chainsaw. Normally when I do this race, I bring Reaper, but I have already abused Reaper, so
Yeah.
he's temporarily unavailable due to cheating. And with Crimson Fury gone, we have no competitors. No one can keep up with us, so race is over.
There's no rubber banding?
There might be, but not nearly enough. It's like Sweet Tooth, you can't rubber band him to save your life, so...
Okay, so like if you've got someone in the trunk of the car and they're cute and they handle all your missiles, are they the weapons bay?
Aye.
Weapons bay.
Opponent destruction activated.
So, if this were a real race, if you knew you weren't going to win, you needed to make sure you were in the last place, because they blow up the last, you have the chance to exit the vehicle.
That's true enough, I suppose.
I suppose you can't really lose if you're the only person left.
I mean, you do have to come in first, thereby being the only person left.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you lose.
So was that a gold medal that you got?
That was a gold medal, yeah. Pretty much if you beat it, you get a gold medal. Oh, this fucking trophy. What do you think this is for?
Getting through with minimum damage?
Getting through without killing any pedestrians.
Oh.
In a level without pedestrians. They didn't disable it. This game is so fucking lazy.
Wow.
Can you get it on any other map as well?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
But you automatically get it there.
Yeah.
Welcome back to
I remember
Summer
the
Springs.
Deadpool game gave you 2 trophies just for starting the game, but that was done as like an actual
As you can
joke.
see, you're not
Yeah,
alone.
that's supposed to be funny.
The loyal gang
This one is
of Mr.
accidentally
Grimm,
funny.
A fellow competitor wants to keep you from your
This level, they didn't feel like doing the
They
subtitles, so
kill you.
I added them
Next
myself.
year, one of
Oh.
them gets to enter my contest.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine,
So, just a quick question. Why are you going up against the bassist from Slipknot?
This don't look good.
He's on our team. Oh, wait, that's the second percussionist from Slipknot.
I've killed plenty of people.
Just kind of looks like he belongs in Slipknot.
Yeah, I guess all of Slipknot is here.
Yeah. Oh, you put Clown.
Yep. Not the pig. The pig died, though, so he doesn't count.
Rest in Pig.
So it's our first boss fight. We have to fight the Brothers Grimm from the Mr. Grimm gang.
The big rig doesn't count as a boss fight?
I mean, yeah, it's large.
Technically, I guess.
It takes a long time, so it must be a boss fight.
It's just, we've already established that these cars are about, 10 times the size of a normal roadworthy car?
Yep.
Is that not just being a little bit excessive?
I'm considering those on the same size as the Mouse tank, if you've heard of that. The German experimental tank.
Oh, when they were basically going, look, we don't care if it works, we just need to show off how big our dicks are.
Yeah, but they couldn't even do that because it couldn't even drive on roads. It literally got stuck in roads because it was so heavy.
Yeah, I remember there was one that required an engine so powerful it basically shook itself apart the first time they actually turned it on. I think, I might be misremembering that, but some of the German tanks towards the end of the war were insane.
As World War II history nerd, I'm really annoyed at the myth of German tank superiority because it's just that, a myth. People forget how much of their tanks they lost, especially in the invasion of Poland, because they had, worse tanks than the Polish. The Polish tankettes, lighter tanks, were better than pretty much anything the Germans could muster at that time.
And that was with screen doors?
No, that was the submarines.
Oh, of course.
No, the German tanks, the Polish tanks had goldfish in them.
And I mean, the first German tank that actually, scared the crap out of people was the H-35 Hotchkiss, which was a repurposed French tank they had captured. Because it had sloped armor, so yeah, people had a hard time penetrating it. But they never really, I don't think they really built any new, they just used captured French repurposed tanks.
So, if the Germans basically looted tanks, does that make them the World War II equivalent of the orcs?
Screw this clown.
Makes you think.
Thing is, I would say the Russians still got the orc thingy because of the whole, the Germans can hit us at 2 kilometers. Well, and we have half that range. Only one way to make it up. So I would say the Russians still wins that title.
Can also just point out that Sweet Tooth's co-pilot seems to be the only likable character so far.
Yeah, that's on purpose for what's going to happen later in this boss fight.
He actually seems like kind of a cool guy.
Yeah, and the thing is, according to the lore, this is the only member of Sweet Tooth's gang. Sweet Tooth has one gunner, and that's his only friend in the entire world that he hasn't killed yet. So we've been driving with him this entire campaign.
That's simultaneously heartwarming and sad.
Yep. But he's useful. You can see why Sweet Tooth keeps him around.
Yeah.
But if they only have one, then they could have given him some, characteristics other than bounce around.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, since if they are going to go so heavy on the story, no matter the consequences or quality, they could have given him some character.
Yep, totally. Like, not just introduce him here at the final level of Sweet Tooth. But alas.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing that he comes across as like a nice guy and then, well, comparatively speaking, and then it's like, cool, what do we do with him? I don't know, Luke Skywalker and the AT-AT? Good enough.
Yeah, because the first part of this map is, it's really fun to play, actually. Being chased by huge guys who wreck everything around them.
I'm coming down.
Yep, this is a pretty decent boss fight.
Okay, boss, come pick me up and rip these bastards apart.
Hopefully for him that C4 is not remote controlled.
Oh no, here's the twist.
Oh.
Who would have thought?
Oh dear.
I wonder if it will be
Before I subtitle this, I had never heard any of this dialogue. Because I played this game with, listening to podcasts and stuff. And yeah, as many times as I replayed this. Also, Sweet Tooth's voice is just gargling gravel. I can barely understand him.
Yeah, it's a vague bass line.
Yep. It's the same voice actor who played him in Twisted Metal Black, J.S. Gilbert. And I think what's most impressive about Twisted Metal Black is that he also voiced Axel, which is not impressive because that was a clear voice modulation. But also Agent Stone, the driver of Outlaw, and most impressive, No Face.
Oh.
Yeah, all the same guy.
I forget, did No Face have much dialogue?
As much as anyone else.
Yeah.
He's the boxer with the Brooklyn accent.
Yeah. For some reason I just don't remember him speaking.
I mean, he doesn't actually speak because he had his tongue cut out, but you could hear his voice in his head.
Well, I don't remember his dialogue.
Yeah. Goodbye, Sweet Tooth's only friend.
Rip.
Hello, darkness. And now we can't use a lot of our attacks because that was our gunner.
tougher than you, asshole.
Our special is no longer available. We can't pick up shotguns because the gunner uses the shotguns.
What would happen if you were to use the Reaper?
You don't... Oh, I forgot to mention, you do not get to choose your vehicle in this level.
Okay,
You
okay.
have to drive roadkill because that's a reference to the previous Twisted Metal games.
I really don't remember a lot of this.
That's kind of dumb, but
It's quite dumb.
I mean, couldn't they have just changed it so that you have to select your character's vehicle of choice. Because it would make more sense being in, Sweet Tooth for this one.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's a classic Twisted Metal reference. Sweet Tooth is also Marcus Kane, who's the driver of Roadkill.
Yeah.
Pointless reference.
It would have been kind of cool, though, to see the Sweet Mech going up against two giant monster trucks.
Yep. Totally would have been.
It's another wasted opportunity.
Yeah. This vehicle has so many intricacies to it, too, that I did not have time to show them all off. It has 3 different specials. Every other car in this game has 2. But we won't see the last one. And the second one is basically the same as the first, so it kind of makes up for it by having a third unique one.
2.5.
Yeah, basically. Also, the boss is named Hammerhead. The other one was named Slayer, but Hammerhead is also a classic vehicle in the series.
Yeah.
For more pointless fun.
So, what would happen if you killed the other one first?
Nothing. Exactly the same thing. You would just be fighting a yellow one right now.
Right.
They even have the same driver as their character model.
It's been so long since I played this, other than the cutscenes, I genuinely forget most of what happens.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to forget. It all is very monotonous and blends together.
Yeah.
There is checkpoints every phase of this boss fight. Once you complete it, you don't have to complete it again if you die. Except on Twisted Difficulty when there are no checkpoints. But I beat this without using checkpoints anyway. No guarantee that I will do that for all future boss fights.
And now we've got a new buddy.
Yeah, his friend respawned. What the fuck? This game is fucking lazy.
Who appears to be the DJ from Slipknot.
Yeah. And we unlocked a goddamn helicopter because this game is so fucking broken it doesn't give a shit about vehicle balance.
I never used it, and
It breaks the game wide open. We'll see in a bit.
I never saw much reason to.
When you play on Twisted Difficulty, it's the only vehicle you're allowed to use.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
yeah.
Let me guess, get shredded immediately.
It has awful armor, you are correct.
The battle was
And Sweet Tooth gets his prize. He certainly earned it.
killed almost everyone. But she was still out there.
Here we see that Calypso is the head of a gigantic corporation. Can you think of any other reboots from around this time period where the Satan-like figure is re-envisioned as a leader of a gigantic corporation?
All of them?
Basically, yeah. But specifically, I was thinking of DMC.
Did not play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These years,
I believe this came out the year before DMC.
finally get to cut her.
I genuinely do not remember.
The thing is, this period was during a time when other than this game actually, I didn't play a lot of violent video games because my boy was roughly 3 years old. So I had to limit a little bit, at least.
Yeah, go easy on the family murder.
Yeah, he was like 4 months old when I realized, okay, time to start limiting what he sees, because he was in my lap and started laughing when I blew the head off a feral ghoul in Fallout 3, and then, okay, good to know.
Yeah, good parenting there to limit that.
4 months, not 4 years. He doesn't remember.
So she checked herself out and made other arrangements.
She needs to buy more chocolate guns.
Or lighter guns.
10 years.
Now, I will admit this twist is actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
It 100% is, actually, yeah. It fits thematically. It's Sweet Tooth hoisting himself on his own petard. He has to pay for his own violent obsession.
Yep, and it goes with the classic monkey paw asshole genie kind of wish.
Yep. Of all the cutscenes in this campaign, this is the one that is well done.
Unfortunately, it's like 5 minutes out of a, 15, 20 hour game?
Yep. basically.
That's a lot more than 6 feet, though.
Yeah, they really buried the shit out of this girl.
Yeah. I mean, was she contagious?
I think given what happens, they want to make sure.
Yeah, maybe Calypso knew. Made sure she got buried extra deep.
Put her down, boys.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't even need magic powers. I mean, okay, her family was killed by Sweet Tooth, and he knows Sweet Tooth is after her. He's going to try to get to her, and Sweet Tooth likes being part of the contest. Yeah, we can fuck this up.
Yep. Actually, according to the lore, Sweet Tooth had never entered the contest before.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
He decided to do it specifically because he wanted to kill his daughter. At the beginning of the game, you can see him deciding to enter the contest for the first time. The lore in this game is bullshit. All the cutscenes, we just saw that we fought the Brothers Grimm because they wanted to win an opportunity to enter the next year's contest. Which doesn't make any sense because they're competing in this year's contest in order to get that opportunity, using vehicles that are gigantic and much stronger than any other Twisted Metal vehicles. Plus, even though they lost, we killed them, they enter next year's contest. They're the next campaign.
Yeah.
They have a lot of brothers?
Big family.
Yeah. I don't know. They really tried to make this make sense, and they failed horribly. Like, they way overcomplicated it and fucked it all up.
Just repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax.
Do they name the Grimm brothers who drive the monster trucks?
No, they don't have names. Mr. Grimm himself has a name. It's Daniel.
They could be the non-Daniel Grimms.
Yeah, they probably are. But Sweet Tooth introduces them by saying, if they kill you, they get to enter next year's contest. They do not kill you, they die.
They're the Dumber Grimm brothers.
Yeah. Okay. Very... Calypso is a semantic asshole. I hate him.
So I imagine Ball Peen Hammer's a blatant parody of Saw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. It even has that little standee like Saw had.
Yeah.
I worked at a movie theater when Saw came out, so I remember that thing. And we're using Sweet Tooth's, or Reaper's alternate special, which is a rocket launcher, which puts you into first-person view, so that we can take a good look at things. This is impossible to do if there's even one enemy around. They will fuck your shit up.
Because you're getting pinballed like a complete moron.
Yeah, no use even trying.
School of Shadows kind of makes me think of, was it Raven from Black? The goth girl?
Right, yeah. I figured it was a Twilight parody.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Faculty or something, but that's too distant of
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah, that would have been about 99. So, possibly a bit...
I watch very few movies, so...
Oh no, the Faculty's a great movie. I still enjoy it.
I haven't never seen it, I just know that Jon Stewart is in it.
It's a lot of fun. Big boy, no! It's like Beefy Boy.
Yep, now we can roll his head around.
I was slightly disappointed that it just bonked and was hoping that it would just fly off into the distance.
Well, you're about to be in luck.
Oh, are you going to... Can you make her...
It just
no.
flies off into the distance.
Lady Liberty needs to go now. Her planet needs her.
They should have gone with same in Twisted Metal 2, where you first make her a bikini babe and then send her away.
If only this game had even the slightest moment of humor.
It's got jet black humor, but only very occasionally.
Yeah, even that's a matter of perspective. I still think everything that David Jaffe wrote, he meant to be entirely serious.
Yeah, it's one thing if he's being ironic about it, but there's not a hint of irony.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not even like a winking nod to the audience.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like someone mentioned in the thread, it's like when he tries repeatedly to contact the creators of the TV show and, hey, I can advise, please, ask me, please. It's just depressing.
Yeah, well, he seems to be, at the very least, a relatively decent parent. like he is supportive of his bisexual daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And he is committed to his franchises, which is a lot more than can be said for, well, game companies, never mind individuals.
Yep, and I would say he knows more than anybody what makes Twisted Metal great. So I don't know why this game ended up so fucked up. Mostly, I assume it is because they had to work too hard to make the graphics so good.
Yeah, and I imagine there was a bit of protection from any editors or anything, any hires up.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just like, we don't care, just give us anything.
The franchise is now old enough that the younger people who helped him with this game were fans of the old ones, and fans should never work on their favorite series.
Oh, God, no.
So that's the very flawed tale of Sweet Tooth. We will pick things up next time with Mr. Grimm after a weird, terrible idea of a bonus video. See you for that next time.